Welcome to 0 to 60.
I'm Matt McChesney. I am the owner and operator of 6-0 Football Academy and 6-0 Equipment. Played at the University of Colorado from 2004. 6 years in the National Football League on both sides of football.
I'm Matt McChesney. This is 0 to 60. That is Coach Prime. We are at the University of Colorado. Brother, thank you so much.
All right. 0 to 60. We're rolling. And we roll. Happy Tuesday. We're down here at the lab at 6-0 Football Academy. I am your host on 0 to 60, Matt McChesney. As always, I'm doing it off my phone today, so bear with me. Bailey's on the ones and the twos, and we are going to be rolling. Make sure you go and download the show on Spotify, on YouTube, on Twitch, all over the place, all over social media. We're live on Twitter also. Become a member of the show and a member of the Dungeon family down here for $2.99. That's the best money you'll ever spend. We got a lot to talk about here today. Bailey's going to pay some bills right off the bat here, and we are fucking rolling.
All right, we are rolling here on this fine Tuesday on 0 to 60 bucks. This show is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything online sports betting. Right now, you can receive a 50% free bet of up to $250 on your first deposit to bet on anything from the Olympics to baseball to Formula One. Football season is coming up as well. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on the game of blackjack or poker, or own mine with one of our 150 slot games. Head to the website today and get in on the action. Use promo code BELIEVE for your 50% free bet credit on your first deposit of up to $250. BetOnline, the game starts here and we roll.
All right, we're rolling 0 to 60 bucks on the Tuesday edition. Let's do it, Bailey.
All right. So obviously we've had this Athlon Sports article. It's social media has taken it by storm, true allegations or not. But Deion Sanders kind of gave a little comment on it. And then, obviously the show is called Colorado Football's GPA is highest in team history. Take a listen.
When I know you're doing well, I know we're close to something. When they start lying, shouldn't there be penalties of be some kind of ramifications? Jordan and Savion had a fight that got bloody.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. But nevertheless, we've got the highest GPA we've had in the history of the school the last 2 semesters. I wonder how they do that.
Wonder how they do that. Matt, your thoughts?
I mean, look, everybody's trying to tear down Colorado, and everyone wants to take shots. And there's a difference between constructive criticism about gameplay and shit and this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Alton Sports guys, this is the same fucking cat that wrote the quarterback, the disgruntled quarterback, right? That guy? Yeah. And he's a Nebraska alum, so he's taking shots. And let's remember that. But I think unless all of this is verified, this is some pretty wild-ass accusational bullshit. Yeah. So players fight. If Savion and Jordan fought, then okay, Savion's at Syracuse and Jordan's the left tackle at CU. Oh my God, they got in a fight. Players gamble. If there's gambling debt, there's probably going to be an issue because of it. Mm-hmm. Like, people have guns. I don't really this isn't a fucking it's not a news flash.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is only news because it says Colorado and it's Coach Prime's picture.
Mm-hmm.
If this was happening at Baylor, no one would give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
If this was happening in Kansas, no one would care. But because it's happening in Boulder, everybody thinks that it's an issue. It's not an issue. All this is going to do is galvanize them even more. I love it when I hear Coach Prime say, "What is this bull junk?" Because he doesn't curse.
Yeah.
All right. So bull junk is his. What the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
So I will say it for him. This is this entire article is fucking. It's pointed at trying to just make CU look bad. That's all it is. Yeah. It's from a guy who went to Nebraska. Again, the same dude writing the story twice. They'll probably come up with something else eventually, right? Especially after they get their ass taxed. So, look, just if you're in Boulder and you're on that team, you're one of the coaches, let this galvanize you. Let everybody keep talking shit and taking shots. Because when the games start and the fucking lights come on, all this bullshit's not going to mean anything. It's just going to be extra fuel for the fire. So, again, I'm not looking for preachers and choir boys and shit. No offense. I'm not looking for the highest kids. Like, GPA is nice, but I don't want a bunch of, like, frat boys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for engineering majors. I want football players. And if they're a little rough around the fucking edges, then goddamn it, let's reform instead of recruit. That's what Gary Barnett did.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but if Barnett wouldn't have been the way he was with me, I'd probably be in prison. So thank God he was so hard on me. He didn't recruit me. He reformed me. And he did it with 90% of the guys that were there, taking a fucking wild animal and trying to point him in the right direction and be like, you can't operate like this in the world. So Coach Prime's a great role model for these guys. They love him. And I just think that this is more stupid bullshit that everybody up there can just laugh at. But at the same time, it should galvanize everybody.
Yeah, you mentioned how Coach Barnett reformed you. Do you think that Deion Sanders is doing the same with this team? I mean, obviously, he's taking a lot of different kids in the transfer portal, so the GPA thing doesn't mean as much. But to have the highest GPA the last 2 months, I think that's only a good thing.
Yeah, it's huge. Look, the last 2 years they've had, or the last 2 semesters they've had the highest GPA. That's good. That means the guys are going to class and give a fuck. That's awesome. That's what you want. So, yeah, I think he's reforming the whole program. He's totally changing everything. He's changing the standard. He's changing the expectations. He's changing the kind of kids they recruit. He's changing everything. So, you know, there's some people around the country that just hate it, and that sucks for them because he ain't going nowhere, and they're about to win a bunch of games, and Shador and Hunter and all these guys are about to blow up, and you can talk shit all you want, but that's all you can do. So, you know, talky all day. More ba bullshit, dog. Yeah. It's just, I swear to God, it's just a different fan base or a different group ba-bon all the time.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say on this Athlon sports thing, what are all these writers, these articles, you know, these places that are putting out these crazy articles? What are they going to say when Colorado starts winning? That's
even my thing is, like, where do you find where did you get this information from? Anonymous ex-players, right? I mean, they're all butthurt too.
Yeah,
I really doubt that Savion Washington had anything to do with this. I know Savion. There's no fucking way. Like if Savion and Seton fought, I don't know what it's over, but we shouldn't be writing articles about it. So 2 grown men got in a fight, and now we got to have an apologizing session, and like Jordan Seton is getting bullied. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and speaking of that, Jordan Seton gave comments on initiation and hazing. He was kind of asked about it here. Take a listen.
What do they do with rookies?
Hazing.
You know what hazing is? Rookies got to carry the pads.
Oh, like in the league.
Yeah,
like,
in the league. Yeah, that's mild, but that's the
initiation. Yeah, we don't really have that. For me, freshman initiation is just like listening. You know, like just listening to the guys in front of me. They don't really do the hazing or the fighting. Like, no, we don't do that. This is a brotherhood. Brothers fight, but not to the point where it's like we don't like each other. You know?
Right.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. He's a super level-headed kid.
Yeah,
he's 3 years from being the first, second, or third pick of the fucking draft. He's not stupid. He's not trying to compromise his future for fucking to be the big timer in the locker room and shit. And look, it's changed. Back in the day when I played there, we got hazed like a motherfucker. We had to carry everything, all the food. The veterans came in the first night and stole all of our fucking bedding and like poured water on the mattresses and. Like, you know, fucking Tyler Brayton walking around with a wiffle ball bat, smacking people with it and shit. Like, it got played out really quick because my class was not a bunch of punks and we fought back pretty fast. But I don't think there's a place for that kind of hazing bullshit. I hate it. I always tell my guys that I work with I need good veterans. You know, we just got done with a group right now of a bunch of older guys and a young cat, and the young cat was struggling a little bit. And I'm on his ass and I'm loud, and the older guys, they're so conditioned to be leaders that they walk over, put their arm around him and start showing him and helping him. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for him to absorb it and them to help. So I think that it's hard to haze a rookie when the rookie's a starter and a stud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what is a junior offensive lineman going to go up to Seton and tell him to hold his pads? Like, you're the third fucking tackle. I'm the starter. Hold my fucking pads. So I don't, again, it's all based on this ridiculous fucking article.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Let's move forward off of this Athlon article. I think that's the last one here. But social media, y'all can have fun with all that. Let's go ahead and move forward here. I want to talk about offensive coordinator Pat Shurmer. I want to discuss the impact you'll think he'll have on this offense. He was asked about play calling duties last year and just that whole situation going with Sean Lewis and stuff. Take a listen.
Felt in a couple of those games we had a chance to win, but that last year was just kind of finishing up something that, I think Coach made the point. Sometimes it's hard to cook in somebody else's kitchen, because you can't really change anything at that point. Your team is pretty set, but I don't know if that's a springboard. What I do know is we were able to kind of reset it the way we wanted to. The guys went out and got us some new players. We felt like we need to go get more quality big men, and then we install an offense that works for us. And so I feel like it's a new start moving forward.
New start moving forward. Matt, discuss how much of an impact or the type of impact you think Shurmer will have on the Colorado offense.
Huge. I think he's going to have a huge impact. He's going to have a more NFL, NFL edge to it rather than the spread edge. And Coach Lewis is a great coach. He's going to do awesome at San Diego State. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was a good fit. Coach Prime, I thought when he hired him, it was a good fit having another head coach running the offense, but there was something disconnected. Mm-hmm. I think Pat, he was in Denver for a while. He's not the best offensive coordinator or head coach in the NFL. He's had his struggles, but he's a consistent coach that has a ton of experience, has been around so many good players, and obviously Coach Prime trusts him to have the keys to the car with the offense. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to do a great job. I don't think that he's probably hasn't had this kind of weaponry in a long fucking time. Like, you don't have that. I remember the old Pete Carroll quote was, before he left SC in the middle of their heyday back in the day, they'd be like, well, Pete, why don't you go to the NFL? And he'd go, well, why would I go to the NFL when I can get 15 first-rounders a year at USC and I only get one first-rounder in the NFL? And, of course, he ended up going because of all of the broken rules from the fucking NCAA and shit that was all bullshit. Yeah. But that's the same thing with Pat. I think that he's looking at this and going, holy shit, man, I got a lot of talent here. We got some players. He brought up the offensive line and replacing so many offensive linemen and having a new opportunity there. It's amazing to me that people can't see it. Mm-hmm. Like I could see it last year that there was some special players. Okay. And I thought they would be 6-6, and they should have been. Mm-hmm. Minimum. They lost 6 games by 1 score. But again, I think those elite players that were there last year, they lost 6 games by 1 score. That's not fun. Mm-hmm. That shit sucks.
Yeah.
So I think that it's all going to feed off of each other and just keep the fire burning.
Yeah, no doubt. And one of those weapons I wanted to discuss was FAU transfer LeJohntay Wester. Here we have a practice clip. Shedeur seems to have a pretty clean pocket here. He gets a deep pass off to him. Take a look here and we can discuss further.
Yeah, Shepard's nice, dog.
I'm talking about LeJohntay Wester from FAU. She's a transfer receiver. He kind of got a little sprinkle of him in the spring game here. Shedeur hit him on a deep bomb here.
And it's just another guy, right? So now you've got 4, 5, 6 receivers. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you can just rotate in a different dude, like last year that Dawson kid blew up in the Nebraska game. We never saw him again. Mm-hmm. Like, there's going to be circumstances and opportunities for guys to go out and really make plays. They are so deep in the skill positions, dude. I mean, it is unreal how deep they are. So, again, they've matched the skills with bigs now, and I think they're going to be super scary. Yeah. And Shedeur, I don't think there's enough footballs to go around.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because you think about it, you still got the kid from the SC game, Omarion Miller. I think he's still there as well. You got, obviously, you have Wester, you got Shepard, Jimmy Horn, Travis will be obviously huge weapon. Like you said earlier, I don't know how you don't see what's coming. I really don't. I think they'll be really transformed, especially under Shurmer, who will bring that NFL element to this offense. I mean, Deion says he's running an NFL program where we're going to really find out, come week 1, North Dakota State, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. Hey, so for those watching, Andre Duke, we got a member watching. Go ahead and become a member of the Dungeon family. Keep getting members overnight. I'm very happy we're growing a little community here. The Dungeon family, go ahead and join for $2.99, the best $2.99 you ever spent in your life. Matt, as we close out here, and do you have any final thoughts going forward?
Look, today's a quick show. There's not a ton to talk about, but we did want to at least have a show. We didn't want to not do it. Yeah. We're off tomorrow. Okay, we're back Thursday and Friday. I'm attempting to get some guests for Thursdays and Fridays, so keep your eye on social media in that regard. Make sure you go check out everything on TikTok, everything on TikTok Shop. We're live there. Go check out 60 Equipment. Get yourself a body bag. We got promo codes there for good discounts if you're a coach or you want to donate to your high school or something like that. And we got some big shit coming up this fall, so I'm super excited about it. I know today was a quick show, but that's okay. Yeah, man. I mean, other than just the ones and the twos, bro, we're done.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate all you watching. Our YouTube numbers are great. We're going to keep growing this as we head into the season. We got a really great product, a really great.
Hey, well, let's do this too. We should probably do a Q&A show too. So
absolutely,
make Thursday or Friday just whatever questions all the regulars want answered. Let's do that. So let's do Q&A Friday this week. And I'll see if we can get Urlacher or Vickers or somebody like that on Thursday to be a guest.
Okay, bet. No doubt. Well, cool. There you have it. Stay tuned. We got a lot coming here on 0 to 60. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on Thursday. Peace.
Later, y'all.